Well, g'day guys. Summer Series Criterium, November 19, B grade, the big dog snippets. Still waiting for an upgrade. Thought the Black Friday sales were going to deliver a new camera this week, but hopefully in the coming weeks. So we're already running around. We're about 4 or 5 minutes in, and we had a big contingent for B grade this week. There were 27 riders. Notably, Liam, the Hitman McAllister, has moved into B grade. Darcy Wilkinson, also B grade. Craig McAllister, B grade. Pete Barley, B grade. These are all weapons, and we saw the effects of it. But there was a strong field. Jared Franklin. There's Clark coming up my inside at the bottom of the straight, the big bend where I've got to learn how to corner. There's numerous riders that I can't just recall their names straight off, so forgive me, but we had a very strong westerly. The guys were pushing the pedals the whole time. Caleb was back in the orange up ahead there. We haven't seen him for a bit. Troy Gabriel had a great ride. Very strong, Troy. He's always pushing hard. The juniors and D grade were rolling around at the same time as us, and there they are on the left of the track. We're very fortunate to have this magnificent little circuit out at Barnawatha, the use of, and we're a bit spoiled in that regard. We just need a wind barrier, but there's no hills on it. So, a bit of wind to contend with gives you a little bit of natural conditions, I suppose. There's Troy Gabriel up ahead with the green sleeves and the white jersey. There's Reese in blue. My plan was to try and stick with Reese and try and stay mid-pack, which I think I had a smarter ride this week, and there were a few comments that perhaps I started listening, which was great. Just sitting on here as we go through the chicanes and back down the start-finish straight, and the straight was dead. The wind was blowing from the west, but across the track here from left to right, and the deeper wheels on the S5 were just catching the wind. Now they're the reserve 52s and 60s, 52 on the front, and they generally go pretty well in a breeze, but this was a bit more than a breeze, and it was side on. There's Jared from Wangaratta, strong rider, great guy. He's got the new Oakley glasses too. A little bit of a spruik there from Comet Cycles. Get your laybys now for Christmas. Go and see Charlie and the team. Good guys down there. All right, we're rolling through. Back into a headwind here. Of course, I'm heading up Giddy Up Media, so I've got a few doodads on the screen there, just representing myself. I was hoping to have the at least the speed and some sort of telemetry, but the Insta360 Studio is providing some head scratching at the moment. I had it on the device and you'd export it and there was no overlay. Did it a few times and really just fitting this in amongst other things, busy time of the year, and it wasn't working. Anyway, the big dog, I'm having a bit of a crack here. I'm down low. I'm trying not to chew too much wind. Jez said to me, you got to get down lower in your corners, pal, from last week's video. There goes Mark. He's stepped up into B grade and he's been doing a lot of running as well, setting some PRs. He's trim, he's fit, and he's flying on his beautiful golden Cervelo soloist. And just coming around the sweeper now, this is the one section that you get a little bit of benefit last night. Just following Caleb up to rejoin the main group here. And through we go again. Pretty sure there's another Wangaratta rider here, a mate of Jared's, and Caleb ahead, and Trent Perry. And they all slow up here. We're all trying to get a bit of a sit. Everyone's trying to hide behind each other as we go down the start-finish, contending with that crosswind. There's David Mann. He's a club president, very experienced rider, and he's just given me a few words of instruction. I think he said, you've already done one big turn to bridge over. Just cool your jets, take a breath. Nice little shot there, David and David. And you can see he can spin up. He's got those powerful track legs and been riding for a long time alongside of Reese. A couple of powerhouses there. You can see right at the front, Alain Lamont. He's up there grinding away. I tried to stay away from the front as much as possible. Another Sabello rider. They're well represented. There's another chap up here from Alpine Cycling Club, and I should know his name. It would be on the information if I care to bring that up whilst we're talking. We'll see whether we can get a few more. Come back round again, some juniors rolling around on the left there. So I'm hanging on. This is what I'm saying about it. It was a bit of a smarter ride by me. I tell you what, I was working though. The pace is hectic. Now on the overlay, we were doing 42, 44, maybe 45 or 46. It was really getting motivated, and you see those flags flapping away there, and there was no assistance. You see, I'm just tapping the brake there. Everyone's heading into the gutter. Clark at one stage went for a little bit of an adventure. I'm pretty sure it was Clark, just out on the greenery. And there's Mark. Have a look at that Savello soloist. Turns in nicely. Everyone's cornering, and you see I still dropped a little bit of bike speed there again. I did improve on a number of corners, but old habits. But look, I'm back on. It was better. There's still improvement to be made, that's for sure. This is the chap I'm talking about in the white jersey. He was on your Team Visma colourway S5 Savello, looking the business, and he moved along very nicely. I eventually just pipped him down the straight at the very finish, but this camera, the battery is not lasting, and I am due for that upgrade, as I said. Mark is giving me a nice tow here, and he really helped me out, and a couple of words of encouragement, which is very nice of the young fella. I appreciate it immensely. Good bunch of riders, and they might get a bit hectic at times, but most of the time people are talking it up. They'll flick an elbow and roll around for a turn. We're not racing for sheep stations after all. We're racing for fitness and fun and a bit of kudos. Back down this lovely little sweeper and the short straight. We've got some sort of assistance along here. A commenter just telling us about the new Checkpoint ALR 5 Gen 3. It's in stock. That's a nice gravel bike for a weekend adventure. Here we go again, still holding the wheel, and so I'm I'm happy with this. It's 40 minutes and 2 laps to go. So we came in at about 5 minutes in, and the duration of this, so we're about 20 minutes. So about halfway when we run out of footage. Might have been Stephen McConnell, but there was certainly Stephen McConnell. Alpine Cycling Club was registered for the race. I'm not sure whether that was Stephen on the Cervelo, just behind my wrist there now. And Trent Perry just having a bit of a sip of the old water bottle. He's very cool, calm and collected chap. Always watching. He's one of the track marshals as well. And there we go. Nice shot of the Cervelo there. He's round the outside. Nicely set up. You can see there's Mark again. He had a great ride. And he stepped up from C grade and what a night to do it. Good on him, and he's amongst it. There's Troy Gabriel just under my handlebar there. Troy has got immense power. He's always riding in a big gear. I'm trying to keep the cadence at around 100, and there goes Mark again, giving it a squirt. We've got a slight bit of tailwind assistance. So big Troy, he was down low. I'm just wondering what the go is here. Caleb's just off on the flank. We go through the chicanes and coming back around onto the start finish. Reese is sitting there. I'm always pleased to see Reese. If I can hang with Reese, it's a good day. Alan is coming up. There he is. Another Comet red shirt. He had a great ride. He was second last week. There's Trent, there's Mark. We're almost out of time. There's David Mann again. So, a bit more of a snippet this week. Hopefully the upgrade of cameras coming soon. I was wondering whether I get the DJI 360 or whether I go for the Insta 360 X4 Air. Comments down below if anyone's had any experience with either of them. It's the editing side that is probably the part that you've got to look at the most, getting the data overlays and just the workflow. Takes a bit to put these together. You can see the guys are spinning it up now. Still on with Reese and Alan. You can see I'm on with this group now. Now there was a breakaway out the front, and we don't even see them. They went from the get-go. So Darcy, Pete Barley, McAllister, Liam, and sort of they're like a B+ group, quite possibly. Anyway, that's for those that make those decisions or whatever. But what it means is B grade, giddy up. Just starting to get gapped, and I'm chewing a bit of wind. I'm trying to stay down low. I'm trying to keep the cadence up. I think I dropped down into the small chainring there. I don't know. I just tapped the handlebars. Lack of focus. Jump back on here. Trying to get a sit. this is where we run out. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's see what the next video is like. Yep, yep.
I was